All right. Sorry about the late start there, everybody. I was having a little bit of difficulty with the webcam. Welcome to another Living Freestyle Game Dev live stream. And we actually did a pre-recorded one on Wednesday because I was out and about traveling. We do this twice a week. We try to do this twice a week, Sunday nights and Wednesday mornings. And basically I hang out, answer questions if there are any, or if not, we're just kind of working on a game. If I take a look back through any of the previous live streams, we don't currently have any questions. So for right now, we're probably just going to work on the game that we're building right now. Again, I work in R&D at Riot Games, which is a lot of fun, but there's a lot of cool stuff I don't get a chance to do at work. So I stumble through that here. And actually it's totally working. There's a ton of stuff that I've been learning about that I didn't even know about, that I wouldn't have even picked up if it hadn't been for doing these streams and the games and stuff and all of your all's tips as well. So with that, if you recall, last time we actually did our live stream on doing all the formation stuff, and this time and the time before that we were working on making our enemies fight each other. So we're actually going to go back to making our enemies fight each other, but before we can do that, I broke everything. And so right now we're actually in a pretty bad place where I can't even launch our game. So I'll just go ahead and show you what that looks like. Hopefully we can get this up and running fairly quickly. And before we get started, let's get some music back playing again. Okay, let's see here. We'll do this. Stroke those in the playlist. Make sure our volume's not cranking. Okay, now looks like we don't have any questions or comments right now. And if we take a look at the current problem we're having, the problem is I've got a link error. I'm adding a new class. So what's going on? Last time the last time we chatted, we were working on getting the enemies to fight each other. And while we were doing that, a person who was in the chat, Shadow, mentioned tags and stuff like that. And then I kind of started taking a look at what was happening inside the Lyra project. And there's actually some cool stuff in there. And one of the things that I found was a subsystem. I was like, whoa, what the heck is a subsystem? So it turns out it was this really cool thing that is available everywhere. And I think it might be cool to implement a lot of this team stuff as a subsystem. So what happened was I started trying to build it out, and I started taking all of the stuff from the Lyra project that we needed, and it was kind of like a spaghetti mess. I started getting it all in there, and then I realized I was like, man, let's just do a subsystem, one subsystem, and see if we can even get it to show up. And I had it showing up earlier today, and then I tried adding in a team info, and now I'm getting a link error. Those are pains in the butts to fix. And so if I have to, I may have to roll back here. But first, let's compile this and see what's going on. And also, while that's happening, I'm going to do a double check on previous live streams. All is quiet, so we are good to go there. The other thing that I've been looking into a little bit is some of that electric node stuff. I think it looks cool, and I think I'm probably going to give it a try. See how it works. I'm curious to see what happens to your node setup if you have electric nodes and then all of a sudden it's gone. Like if somebody else opens your project, is all of your stuff just a spaghetti mess? Why is this build taking so long? This is taking forever. Oh my goodness. All right. While that's building, I guess we can think about our plan. And I think as I started digging in, you know what? I can actually bring up the Lyra project while we're waiting on this. As I started digging into the Lyra project, trying to basically steal a bunch of the stuff for the subsystem, I actually started thinking, like, there's a lot of stuff in there. I think the way that they do the ability system and things like that is a lot different. And I'm almost wondering, they also have a whole bunch of different game modes that we don't need and things like that. But as I started going down the spaghetti mess of the rabbit hole, I learned a lot about how they were set up. They're using a bunch of plugins, a bunch of modular character stuff, everything like that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there. And I started thinking maybe I should just convert the whole project over. Basically take my AI tree, build a game mode in the Lyra project, because there's a whole bunch of networking and replication stuff in there. And I'm not positive I'm going to do that, but it's because I learned more by trying to port over everything. And even the Lyra project is taking forever to open. What the heck is going on? Okay, so while our normal stuff, what I did is this is the Lyra project, and what I did was I basically generated the project files from the UE4 project. And as I started digging into this Lyra game, you can kind of see in here, they have a whole bunch of stuff that they've written as plugins, which I think makes sense because they're planning on updating a bunch of stuff with the Lyra project. And so, you know, a whole bunch of this stuff is even the gameplay actors are modular in here. They come in as plugins and stuff. And then the other thing that I liked is I like the way that they've kind of organized all of their stuff within what it does, like the ability system and things like that. And interestingly, I'm used to seeing this stuff set up where the .h files are in the public and the CCPs or CPPs are in the private. What's up, Pool Noodle? We're watching paint dry. My builds are not working. How are you doing tonight or today, depending on what time you're in? So these what I like is all these .h files and CPPs are together, whereas you don't have to hunt for them. So it looks like something's happening with our build. Nope, it is still like watching paint dry. So anyways, that's how that's all set up, which is actually kind of cool. And then let's see if I can launch this quickly, because if I can launch the Lyra project, I can at least show you where I found the subsystem stuff in the Lyra project and why. Dude, Keanu leaves. I appreciate the vote of confidence, Poo Noodle, but it's mostly just because I'm willing to hit my head against the wall enough till the wall breaks. So I just work really hard, I guess. Keanu leaves is in our time zone. Keanu, we are making a game. This is we're basically live streaming game dev, and so right now, as we're building out a third-person shooter with a first-person option, basically we're just streaming as we go. Unfortunately, our builds are busted right now, and so we're just trying to rebuild. We're just trying to get our builds working again, and I'm not entirely sure. There we go. Now it's starting to compile again. So we're basically rebuilding the project in code so that we can launch Unreal Editor and get back to working on enemies AI, because Kino is pronounced Kino. Kino leaves. I thought it was Kino. Kino leaves. Okay. Later, Pool Noodle. Thanks for hopping in. All right, we got 2 of our CPPs compiled, and then hopefully we can get 1 more. Why is this building? Jeez Louise. Everything has to build tonight. Man, you miss 1 day and everything goes bonkers. Here we go. 3, making some project. Creating library. Come on, no link errors. Dag nabbit, we got link errors. Okay, let's see if we can solve this. So we basically have a link error on this get lifetime replicated. And that is happening. I think we can cheat this. So let's just cheat this just to get everything back up and running again. So if we comment this out, and then I think we can comment this out and this out. Okay, our Lyra project just opened, which is cool. And then what we'll do is I'm gonna duplicate these and then comment out 2 of them. And then we need to go into our subsystem CPP file and basically same thing here. We'll duplicate these guys. And we'll have 1 without, 1 with, and then hopefully that will get us back to the point where we're not using this base info. When I added this base info, that's when stuff started going sideways. So I will try to troubleshoot that offline. Can you hack Bitcoin with anything you're doing now? No, not yet. Later. Much later. What are you doing awake so late, man? All right, our builds are going faster now. That's good. 18 base info doesn't exist. Oh, it's because we got to take this out of here. All right. And then we'll have to rebuild in a second. Ah. All right. Well, usually the stream is a lot more interesting because there's actual visual stuff to it. But unfortunately, everything busted. Although we should have an Unreal project open here. Oh, it's actually loading right now. Okay, cool. HW Team subsystem. Don't know what's up there. Get rid of these 2. Go again. Come on. Let's go. All right, so here's the Lyra project, which is cool. That at least launched. That's something. And then let's see what happened with our project. Unable to find. What? Does this work? Wait. Did I open the wrong project? Come on now. Properties. Unreal live stream. No. We need game dev, Horde Wars. Okay, that is what we have open. Oh well. Okay, so looking in this Lyra project, one of the things that, as that's building again, one of the things that this hit Control Delete, it'll work, sure. When we play this, one of the things that I noticed was, as we're running around this level, there's multiple modes here, right? There's elimination, there's front end, there's the default experience, and then there's the exploder. The one that's probably closest to what we're doing is elimination. And so all of this extra stuff like loading screens and everything like that is cool, but it's a lot of overkill for the phase that we're in right now. And as you can see from these load times, for fast iteration, I don't want to wait for these kinds of load times. I need to be able to move way faster than this. And so anyways, when this loads, we'll be able to see that again. Yeah, that's just a play, man. It says experience still loading. It's compiling. This takes forever. I just wouldn't be able to iterate fast enough with this kind of load stuff. So for now, I'm just gonna keep working in this. Okay, so I think what we do though is, because this is so close to the kinds of stuff, like even aiming and everything like that's kind of cool. I think we're gonna steal a lot of this stuff as we go. Can I kill my teammate? Oh, they killed my teammate. Here, let's get a shotgun. The other thing that I like is the being able to see through for your teammate. This guy's gonna kill me. They're so fast. Okay, we can stop. That's not what I was looking for. Anyways, so let's take a look at all right, subsystem. Let's see here, team subsystem. I'm going to show you where I found what I was talking about and what we're trying to implement. So check this out. If we look at this is Lyra team subsystem. There's a whole lot of stuff in here that we can use in order to be able to figure out what team our characters are on. And so if I drag out from here, you can see I can get team IDs. I can, there's a bunch of functions in here like that are like, I can compare teams. I can see if people are on the same team, all these kinds of things. And the thing that I like about this is these subsystems live, from what I can tell, everywhere. So I don't have to keep casting to the main character, casting to some blueprint or whatever, and I can just grab what I'm looking for, which would be cool. So that's where I started working on these subsystems. And then done building project. This failed. Error. The command. Epic. Horde Wars. Win. Project. Game dev. Wait mux. Front. Exited. Code 6. I can't build while live coding is active. What the heck does that mean? Task manager. Do I have a task running in the background I don't know about? That would be Unreal. And I don't see anything running in the background. What's this thing talking about? Here we go. Now we're back to the problems we were having. I guess the Lyra project was conflicting. Okay, I'm gonna remove this team info from our project entirely. Remove. And then let's build that again. Error. Each of you unread. Whoa. What was that error? Team info, undeclared. Wait, I thought we got rid of all these. Where are we? Team info base. And see, it's still including it, even though it's not supposed to be. So let's go to our file explorer, all just to get the game launched. Let's see here. So game dev, Horde Wars, source, Horde Wars, teams. Let's just delete this entirely. I will troubleshoot this another day when we're not trying to stream. I'll get that up and running. I'll show you all the results. Let's just get this work on something fun. Okay. This thing is trying to include team info base. All right, team info, undeclared identifier. Oh. Okay. Oh wait, we got a couple of these. Remove team infos. Did we get them all? Nope. What is this? Register team info. Oh my goodness, man. Let's do this. Let's comment out this whole section. We will bring this back. And then in our .h file, we need to look for the register. Let's comment out this one and this one. Okay. So let's see if we got them all. Ah, finally, success. All right, so let's hopefully launch our editor and start some of the more fun stuff. There we go. Unreal's launching finally. Thank you for your patience. For anybody who's watching. All right, cool. So now that we actually have Unreal open again, let's go back to where we were. So this is, we were at the point before we were doing all the formation stuff, where when we played, theoretically, our characters come in, and depending on which enemy we have, they were supposed to be shooting each other. Oh, but they're all on the same team. So let's try that again. Those odds are... There we go. So this dude's on a different team. He's gonna go find his spot, and he's gonna start shooting the other guy. You shoot him with fireballs and bullets. That's exactly where we were last time, which is cool. So what we can do is I just want to see what happens here if we make a couple of changes. Let's kill some of these boundaries. Oh, no. We don't want to kill those boundaries. We want to move them back to where they were. Okay, so let's move this back. Make this a little bit wider. We're going to need to increase, is this our nav mesh? Yeah, we're going to want to increase our nav mesh bounds so they can run around again. Okay. So now that all of this is back, let's do like 40 enemies and see what we get here. Let's do 40 and just see what happens. What do they do? All right, we got reds and pinks. Interestingly enough, All of the reds. Oh, wow. Where's our pink guy going? They're all on the same team. The heck? Okay, so this pink is on a different team. The reds, on the other hand, are all on the same team, and they're not actually doing anything. So this dude just is gonna walk around and shoot them while they're not doing anything. But he hasn't even picked a new target. Okay, so we're not ready for 20 enemies yet. But now that we know where we are, let's take a look at what the heck is going on. And I believe that's in our strategize task. So within strategize, here's what happens. Our enemies spawn. They have their squad leaders, squad IDs. We were setting our team IDs here. Team. Set the team ID. Okay, we're setting our team ID to a random integer. And we're doing that for the squad leader. Okay. And then in here, if we found a lead, we're adding the leader backboard. We're setting our own squad leader. Then we're setting our squad rank. And as an enemy AID, we're setting our team ID. Cast into enemy, setting that to base. So we're setting team ID there. We're getting team ID here. Dude, this should be... It's interesting. I'm not sure why. What kind of... Oh, even our squad colors are busted. Controlled pawn. What is this? Oh, this is our strategy. So we're setting our strategy. Oh, we're not setting any formations. Hold on a second. What? Oh, if the formation is none, then we're gonna set our formation to... No. What happens is we're setting our squad formation to a random integer that is either single file, rows with leader, or flying V. Okay. Go Mighty Ducks. And then that only happens if our current squad formation is null. Okay. All this should be working. So what does adding in a squad ID have to do with... One, two... Oh wait, I know what it could be. Our squad sizes could be messed up. Let's check that real quick. Members per squad, 1. That's why. Let's change this to 8. See what we get. Nope. That didn't work. Members per squad, 7. Find references. Getting our members per squad. Squad member count. Dude, what in the heck broke? I think we're gonna have to troubleshoot this. So let's do this. All right, so the first time we come in, who is this for? This is for enemy AI2. All right, we're getting our controlled pawn. We're doing all of those things. Currently, are we a squad leader? No, we're not. So we don't have a lead. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set our squad count to 0. We're going to get all of the enemy AIs. And then we're going to go through this loop where if one of them is a squad leader, we're going to increase our count. It's not. All right, now we're going to come back in. We're 2 again. Wait a second. Oh, we set ourselves as a squad leader now. So enemy 2 is now our squad lead. Okay? And then as our squad lead, we're coming in and we're saying our squad ID is 1. Cool? And then we're setting our squad color based on our squad ID. So it should be pink. Cool. And then control pawn should be an enemy. We're setting the base color. And then we're getting our strategy type. Okay, it's not setting a strategy. That's interesting. It is 1. Ah, okay. So then we're doing our loadout. And then if we don't have a formation, wait a minute, what is that value? It's 2. So our formation should be flying V for this guy. Okay. So now the next dude who comes through here. How are none of these dudes using this? None of these guys are strategizing. That's super. Okay, hold on a second. This is enemy 2. I'm not gonna even stop. Tree. Enemy ability tree. I want to know what. I want to know what these other enemies are doing. Because if we look at resume. It's almost like they don't have an AI controller. Enemy spawner. Let's take a look at this. Spawn pool. Random ent. Get all actors of class. Enemy. Spawn volume. Behavior tree. Let's take a look at our enemy AI. Enemy AI. Let's skip our weapon inventory. Let's go again. Resume. Interesting. They are all orange. Nobody is doing anything. Here we go. They are all just setting focus. Occasionally they come in to strategize. Enemy AI 2. The only enemy that's coming in here is enemy. Let's take a look at 3. It's like he's never coming in here. Enemy AI 3. Whoa. All he's doing is set focus. because oh, he doesn't have a target. Hold on a second. This is happening, so wait, this should be succeeding though. So he comes in here. All right, let's try this. So this is enemy AI 1. We are inside of set focus. Enemy AI 1. Three. And our focus is being set to cast act. Ooh. Oh, hate that. When we mouse over this stuff, it's like, what? Target actor, cast. Oh, dude, check that out. Okay, so when this fails, we should also finish executing, which we weren't doing. Let's see if that helps with that. All right, we got pinks, we got oranges. Thank you, goodness. All because of that one failed task. Okay, cool. So now everybody's running around, and it's really hard to tell which team they're on. Enemy 23, team 70. Oh, team 67. It looks like they're all on. Actually, it looks like all our pinks might be on the same team. Okay, cool. So now with that, let's go back. Let's save this because I don't want to lose that. Save. And then for our enemy AI, let's reconnect and give them weapons. And now that they have weapons, let's see what happens when they do this. Oh, dude, what? Okay, so they're still doing their formations, which is cool. So we got 2 flying Vs, a couple stacked rows, but nobody's actually attacking. So either they can't find targets because they're not recognizing who's on what team. All right, let's do a couple things here. Let's go back to strategize. And where we were doing the team stuff, strategy type, we're only going to do 2 teams because this is crazy. We're only going to do team 0 or 1. And then team 0, team 0, team. So these should all be team 0. That's team 1. So everybody comes in orange should be team 1. Yellows look like team 1 right now. Greens are coming in as team 0. Okay, so we now have 2 teams, 0 and 1. All right. So what is, for example, what are our enemies looking for? They're patrol scanning. When they patrol scan, we need to find the targets. Let's take a look at like 37. This is form up, abort AI. They are never coming in to do update status, reset AI claims, find weapons, tell friends. They never come into the attack. They're basically not ever going into attack. As friends is healthy or is berserk. That should not be it. Then we come in here and we're probably not ranged. Let's do this. Let's see what tell friends does. Alright, so Tell Friends comes in. It gets all actors of class enemy, goes through each one, and what's it doing? Target spotted. Target spotted. I think we want to make sure that when we do this, as friends, is healthy or berserk, has line of sight. Basically, it's just not okay. So we're ranged. Everybody should be ranged. Let's reconnect this. Reconnect all of this. Okay. I mean, what could go wrong, right? We want to make sure targets, though, are on the other team. Enemy 32. Let's take a look at enemy 32. What does enemy 32 do? Enemy 32 has line of sight is not set. Target spotted is not set. Interesting. So what's happening is we're never getting to target spotted. Let's try this again. Because we were working before where it was all about killing the player, now that we're trying to have enemies kill each other, we had mentioned last time that we're going to have to spend a bunch of time the fact that none of these new spawns are coming into here, though, it's like it's impossible, man. I want to know what enemy AI 12. You know what? Let's simplify this. This is crazy. Trying to keep track of 20 enemies all running around with their heads cut off is totally not successful so far. Let's try 2. And let's do members per team 1. And then actually we need to do 3. And if we spawn these 3, we got 2 pinks and an orange. And our orange is probably enemy 2. And he's only going in to strategize. Oh. I have an idea. I have an idea what this is. Okay, so our problem might be that our AI perception is not perceiving the right bad guys. So, okay. Let's check this. Find references. Get the AI perception. Here we go. So we're going through. Hold on a second. On perception updated view. Okay. Target, actor, info, array index. Is hostile. Successfully sensed. Hold on a second. We're getting the sense class for stimulus. Oh, yes. Okay. So our AI perception sight. Wait, no. Okay, so that's sight 2000. Detection by. Oh, okay. This should be detecting everything. So that should be true. And then if we go 0 or 1. And then is it our strategize that we're printing all that junk? Print. Not in strategize. So it's gotta be inside of form up to print here. Nope, not there either. All right, that's in our AI perception. That's on inventory item changed. Get control. Oh, dude, are you kidding me? On perception changed. Why are we checking to see if enemy equals 2? What? Why are we doing that? If that's true, we're setting our local target. Successfully sent. Okay, I feel like this is busted. I feel like this used to be. Okay. So what's happening is. Okay, so all the sensing is working. So we can go back and take that out, which is in our enemy AI down here. We can disconnect these two. Okay, that'll clean up our prints. Now what we're printing here is we're printing the display name of the actor. And I want to see what else we're printing. I'm not doing that one. I'm not doing that one. Not doing that one. We are doing that one. And this is red. Target actor is not valid. Then we're printing red. Okay, so what we're doing is we're printing it. Okay, I see. We were trying to, I see what's happening. So what we were trying to do is we were trying to print who enemy 2's target was. All right. And so what happens is when we come in, if it's enemy 2, enemy 2's target is enemy. But what enemy 2 is doing right now is beyond me. And just out of curiosity, so if we stop this and go again, enemy, whoa, wait, enemy 1? So enemy 2's target is enemy 1. Okay. and he just actually shot at him. So that worked at least once. Only once. Which is super not helpful. So let's just see what enemy's target is. Does enemy get a target? Enemy's target is enemy 1. You know why that's bad? Because he's shooting his own teammate. Did you see that? He just iced his own teammate. Dude. Oh my god, we got so much to do. That's not working. Okay. Also, whether this is true or false, I want to do this. I think. See what happens. Okay. Everybody's shooting everybody now. Alright, so that helped. Alright, so, but these two are shooting each other. That's no bueno. That's no bueno. Okay. I don't know who just shot that guy. Okay, so they're shooting each other. Okay, clearly that's cool. That's team 1. Everybody's on team 1. So they're not shooting each other anymore. Okay, so team 1, team 1, team 0. So orange is team 0. Pink. Oh, he may be out of range. Okay, so let's make this small. Okay, let's go back. Now I'm starting to understand where we were when we left off. Jeez Louise. So let's make the playing field a little bit smaller. Because remember, there's a certain range for the weapons. Okay. Ooh, undo. Control Z. Control Z. Okay, so let's call that good. Hopefully that'll keep them more in range. And now... Okay, so... Pink... He just got blasted by his own fireball. That was awesome. I don't think he died either. Gonna have to fix that. There's some collision issues with fireballs. Pink, orange. Orange is shooting pink. That's good. Pink is shooting pink. That's not good. We gotta change the way these overhead things work. So right now, spectator pawn. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay. Somehow they're targeting the spectator pawns. All right, so this is sensing. If it is an AL, oh, I see. It's an ALS based character BP. So I'm just curious. We just play this like normal. We're in game. Okay, so orange is shooting pink. Some of them are targeting me actually. Now why they're not shooting me though, I don't understand. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take out this if statement entirely. We're not even gonna do this branch. We're just gonna always print. Actually, we're gonna go like this. Kill this. I think that helped for a minute. So now what's going to happen is each pawn is going to print out who their target is. It's going to be a little bit much. But none of them are actually printing a target because they already have a target set. So actually, let's do this. Let's do cast fail, la di da da, false. What is this, false? Successfully sensed? That's not going to be the problem. So we're going to assume it's successfully sensed. I'm going to set these things. I'm going to set the local target. Controlled actor. Okay, hold on a second. If we cast to ALS based BP, then we're going to try to cast to enemy. If that fails, we still want to set our local target. Hold on. Orange is team 0. Everybody's on team 0. That's a problem. So let's help with this. Okay. So that's team 0, team 0, team 0. Team 1. Okay, so they're shooting team 1. Dude, there is something going on with their targeting. Okay, first we're going to cast the ALS base character. Then we're going to check if it's an enemy. If it's an enemy, we're going to set our local target. If the cast failed, we still want to set our local target. So I don't even know why we even need this then. We should just be able to do this. Okay. And then if it's successfully sensed, I'm assuming it does. I'm not sure why this would ever be false. And our target actor is not valid. Okay. So here's the trick. There's a couple bits to this. If the target vector is valid, what I want to know is we need to make sure that they're on the other team. Let's do this. Get this way. No, I'm not even gonna worry about printing. So that's our set focus, tell friends, form up, strategize. Enemy AI. Here we're setting the local target. Okay, so this is the problem. We're not doing a team check. I mean, one of many problems that we have right now. Okay, so let's see here. We're not going to worry about the player tag. That's not it. Okay. We do want to see if they're on the same team. So to do that, that's why we were casting to enemy. We were casting to enemy so that all right, if the cast fails, we're basically going to set the target. if it's successful, we're gonna get the team ID. All right, here we go. Now we're starting to make progress. Then we're gonna get our team ID. And if they're not equal, if that's true, then we will set the local target. If it's false, we're not going to do anything. So that should only give us targets that are on opposite teams or the player character. So this dude looks like he wants to shoot me. These dudes are all on the same team, and all that's happening is they're not. These dudes are all on the same team again. Team one. Team one. Okay, look. Hold on. This might be working. Oh no. Why did she... Wait, was that an accident? Was that a friendly fire? Ooh. Team one. Team zero. See, why did that dude spawn in and not get... This is the one thing I don't understand why it is when the new dude comes in, they don't get a team. Alright, so team one, they're all team one, they're shooting each other. They should not be shooting each other. Okay, let's simplify this. Let's make sure they all go to the same team. Okay. Team ID is always going to be 0 now. So when they spawn in, they should never shoot each other. Alright, they're not shooting each other. Okay. That's weird. Team ID is 1. Play. They're shooting each other. If the team ID is 1, they're shooting each other. Interesting. Why? What the hell? Okay. I want to know if the cast failed. We're not going to continue. No, if the cast failed, we do continue. But we're going to set our... I think we need to put a breakpoint in here. The print strings aren't helping us. Let's get rid of that. So if our controlled actor is valid, okay. Or if the AI controller is valid, then we're going to cast that to the base character. And then if it's an ALS base character, we want to set that local target, but we only want to do that if the team ID does not equal our team ID. So shouldn't this fail all the time if they're all on team 1? Okay, let's test this. Okay. So this is enemy AI. There's nobody in here. This is enemy AI. Enemy AI 1. Okay. So enemy AI 1. Okay. And the object that we sensed. Oh, God. is an unknown class. Team ID. Oh. Team ID 0. Wait, how can it be unknown class? Oh, okay, here we go. So it's enemy 0. They're not equal. Hold on a second. Team ID is 0. Team ID is 0. Those are not equal. How are we even coming in here? Hold on a second. Let me get rid of this. Resume. Team 1, Team 1, Team 1. Rank 0, rank 0, rank 1. They're all on the same team. But they are clearly shooting each other. And what I wanted to look at was the team IDs here. Look at that. 2 of the team IDs are. Oh, I see. They hadn't settled in yet. Okay, so when they're spawning in, the problem is, okay, I got it. That's what's happening. So they haven't actually set their, they haven't actually set their team IDs when they spawn in. So what's happening is they're spawning in as default to 0. Then the first dude is changing his team ID to 1. And then what happens is the other dudes who spawn in are still 0, so he starts shooting them. So zeros should never shoot each other. And they're not. So that is totally working. Okay. I think there's a couple things we need to change our default value for team IDs. So one thing we can do is, so when our enemy AI spawns, team ID, let's see here, where's begin play? On possess. Let's set this to -1. So that way our default value is -1. Okay, then what's gonna happen is when we come in here, we don't need this. If our team ID is not equal and team ID is greater than or equal to 0, okay, this is about to get crazy. Okay, and we need another and in here. We need this greater than or equal to 0 again. Oops, come on. All of this is true. Then we set the enemy. So now what should happen is we should still be zeros. They should not shoot each other. Wait till they settle. They are not shooting each other. Now, what should happen is if we change our strategized task so that the team ID is 1, they should still not shoot each other. They don't, and it's because we're checking. We're not actually deciding targets until after they've kind of initialized themselves now, which is what's happening. So they're not shooting each other, which is great. All right, so now if we go back to our strategize task, we can reconnect our random int. So now what's going to happen is this guy's team 0, that dude is team 0. Team 0, team 0. Team 1, team 0. All right, these dudes should fight. Yeah, they're fighting. Okay, they killed that guy. They're team 1. He comes in at team 0. Does he shoot? Oh, he doesn't have a weapon. You gonna punch him? Oh, no, he didn't even punch him. Why is he not spawning with a gun? You know what? Let's make this a little more fair. Random integer. Max of 2. Let's just go here. Everybody's got a gun now. Different teams. Pinks are fighting orange. I just got blasted. Oh, now they're all on the same team. Let's see here. Team 1. Team 1. Team 0. Okay, this dude spawned in at team 0. He should, there we go. Now they've realized they're on different teams. So now they're starting to fight. That's good. And the pink dude wins. Team 0. And now they're all on the same team again. Let's kill the orange guy. Team 0. Kill the orange guy. Team 1. Alright, so orange. Are we ready? Are we ready for a big mob? He switched his gun. That's kind of cool. Team 1, team 0. I'm thinking if they get close enough, they might actually start fighting. Yep, it's a range thing. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Let's go. I mean, this was painful tonight, but I think we might be there. All right, let's watch some mayhem. Pinks are 0. Dude, everybody's shooting everybody. This is okay. Sheesh. Okay. Let's do this. Let's change our max members per squad back to 5. Okay. So now we should have 5 members per squad. So basically our pinks are coming in as team 0. Oranges are coming in as team 1. Everybody's shooting everybody. Dude, this is working. All right, now let's see if we simulate this so we can kind of get a bird's eye view. Team 1. Team 1. So oranges are team 1. So these are, and then yellow's coming in as team 0. Okay, so here's the problem. Even though they're fighting, and this is cool, it is hard to tell if they're being smart about picking their targets and things like that. So I'm wondering, I think what I'm wondering is, I'm wondering if we don't draw a line from our source to our target. So let's try that. Okay, so let's save this real quick. And then strategize. Let's save that. And then in our perception. Okay, we're not hunting player anymore. So if this is true, we're setting our target. What I want to do is maybe in the yeah, we can do that. Let's do that inside the strategize task. Or actually, let's do this in the shoot update AI status task. Let's do this. This text just isn't working super well in general. But when we come in here, when we receive this, we're getting our owners. If it's an enemy, if that's true, and their squad lead, we're setting our squad lead. What I want to do is I also want to do this. Let's do our target. We're going to local target. We're going to target actor. So let's get our target actor. And we're going to get a value as actor, get value as object. Okay. Excuse me. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cast to actor. And if that succeeds, we're going to get the actor location. And then we're going to get, where are we right now? Controlled pawn. So we want a controlled pawn. Get actor, get location, get the actor location, and then we're going to draw a debug line from this to this. Let's make it red. And we'll put it for 0.5 and a thickness of 2. All right, so now what's going to happen is it should draw lines when they start shooting, and it should draw a line of hold on a second. This is kind of crazy. I mean, they're drawing lines. Problem is let's go 10. And let's go members per squad of 4. No, 5's fine. We should have 2 squads. Okay. So they were on the same team. Become members per squad of 2. Which I guess is 2 plus the leader. Are you kidding me? They're all the same team? Okay, so okay, so this dude is shooting, that's his target. But he's not actually shooting him, which is interesting. And then this dude, there gotta be a dude under the floor. None of them are shooting that guy. Okay. Let's figure out why. Update AI status. If they cast it to an actor. Let's not cast it to an actor. Let's cast it to an enemy. Also, draw. Can we do a draw debug? Draw debug arrow. Here we go. Start and end. Arrow size 20. Duration 0.25. Thickness of 4. Line color is going to be nice hot pink. So the start is the controlled pawn and the end is the enemy that we're targeting. Alright, so that's too fast. I can't read that line. Duration of 1. Thickness of... let's do a thickness of 1. What's important here is the arrow. Okay, so we've got... They're literally all on the same team. That's insane. Okay. Those are team zeros. So yellow is supposed to be... So this yellow dude is supposed to be shooting this pink dude. But he's not actually shooting him. This is what we were trying to get to. Why is he not shooting him? Why is this pink dude not shooting the orange dude? He sees him. He's tracking him. But he's not actually doing the shooting. So... Alright, let's try this a different way. I need to be able to see who's who in order to debug this properly. So I'm going to hop in and watch the mayhem happen. So we'll let it settle to the same point it was at before. Okay, so for example, it looks like enemy 8 Where's enemy 8 going? Okay, so those dudes are on the same team. Is it just a range thing? I want to know what... Enemy 7. Enemy 7. What's his ability tree say? Enemy 7. He's probably stuck in patrol. He is. And if he gets close enough, though... I think he's totally close enough. But he never... Oh, he's failing out there. Okay, hold on. Let's get rid of this. Let's go again. Team 1 just got smoked. Team 0. Team 1's dead. Oh boy. See if I can land back in the playfield. Perfect. These are team 0s. Team 0s. They're all team 0s, so they're not going to shoot each other. So let's see what we can do to help that out. They're getting their ranks from their leads. There we go, there's a team 1. Team 1, team 1, team 0. Team 1, team 0. So why isn't enemy 21 shooting anybody? Oh, he just did. Okay. Okay, here comes the yellows. They're within range now. So why isn't enemy 25 shooting enemy 21? So enemy 25. We're stuck in patrol. And he's gonna be in patrol until he gets to his destination. He's failing on... Has line of sight? Interesting. Team IDs. Target actor. Hold on a second. When we come in here, if the actor were perceiving, we're setting the local target. And then what we're doing is, if the target actor is, just skip this. All right, we need to wrap this up for tonight because it's getting late. And we had a rough start, but we went a little bit extra tonight to make up for some of that time. And also, I want to try to figure this out. So basically, if we come in here, if our target actor, if we're successfully sensed, but our target vector is not valid, but if our target vector is valid, we don't do anything. But we need to. So let's just try this. Team 1, Team 0. Okay, everybody's shooting. Everybody's shooting everybody. Let's see if we settle into the state of equilibrium where they stop shooting. I love how they're shooting dudes through the floor. We're gonna have to come up with a... I don't know, man. This might actually be working. I think what was happening was we weren't getting our line of sight, our thing reset properly. So that guy's team 1. That's team 1. Team 0. Dude, I think that worked. Let's go, let's do this. Let's go nuts. For the wrap up. Let's go crazy. Let's get like 50 dudes all running around. We'll do 6 members per squad. Let's do 5 members per squad. And then we'll go and we'll spawn 50 people. And we'll do it in this small space and watch the mayhem. Simulate. Everybody's got guns. Oh, dude, the oranges didn't even hit the ground. That guy got launched by a fireball. Man, we can't even get all 50 in because they're dying so fast. We're starting to get there. Okay. This is cool. We figured out a bunch of stuff tonight. Which is awesome. So I think it's time to wrap it up because, like I mentioned, it's kind of pretty late. I think what we do next time though is get a better sense of teams going. So I think what we're gonna do is, for next time, I think what we do is we get a better sense of teams going, and maybe what we do is we color code squads on teams in hot and cold colors. So team 0 is gonna be hot or cold or vice versa. Let's keep it to 2 teams to start with and see if we can't get a better sense of the reds and the blues fighting each other. I think that'll be a lot of fun to try to sort out how to make that work. And then the other bit that I think we can try is we can give I'm gonna try to work on that subsystem stuff while kind of in the background, but I'll try to do it in a way where it doesn't actually break everything that we're working on. So Mr. Kino leaves. I hope you have a great night, bro. And then for everybody else who hopped in, thanks for hopping in. And as always, if you have any questions, throw those in the chat down below. Questions, comments actually down below, or hop in the next live stream. That's going to be Wednesday morning. Questions take priority over me just messing around with AI and having fun. So we'll try to get to those if you have any. Sweet. Hope everybody has a great night, and I'll catch you all next time.